Just screen is not getting.
What, Nana? Yeah. Yeah, screen. You are finding the screen, right?
No, sir.
Screen. Did you find the screen? No.
For me, it's not getting.
No, sir.
All of you.
We are getting, sir.
Even for me, it's not getting, sir.
See any technical problems there, just you can contact the people. The numbers might be given to you already. All right. English for Engineers, Unit 3. Let us go on faster. Right. If anybody is not finding the screen, just contact the concerned technical team who are taking care of the things, whatever technical glitches happening in the class.
So
Once,
we can
okay.
rejoin.
You can rejoin. No problem. You can rejoin. Okay. So we learned it, the history of genes. So let us know the history of genes. Just I am giving the behind the syllabus also. The information which I got it from different sources and giving you that the information behind the syllabus too. On the syllabus, how they were invented, raw material, manufacturing denim cloth is given, and making the blue jeans, how it's prepared, and what is the quality controlling. So these are the departments. The quality controlling department is there for every company, every industry. Definitely there will be called quality controlling department, because before delivering the goods, definitely every company will have this kind of quality controlling kind of things, and they check thoroughly, so whether the product is really manufactured well, because always we can't depend on the workers and the employees, so that the company will take care of the things as a quality controlling kind of things. So that the history of genes, if it comes to that, so as you know that it was mid of 19th century. So in mid of 19th century, what happened? So then in mining, the people were working at the time. Mr. Lewis actually felt that these clothings, what they were wearing there for working off, right, this in these mines, was not so proper. So then he felt that there must be somewhat thick kind of cloth. So from that thought, so he churned that. Okay, churning, as you know, always churning of brain definitely gives you good ideas sometimes. So as you know that here, whenever the sea was right churned, many treasures have come out. Same way, when you churn your brain, when you churn your brain, mind, definitely you will have very creative thoughts. That creative thoughts may give you a great scope of inventing the things. That's what here Louis also felt the same. So about the right, the workers who are working in the mines, the clothing was not so proper. So definitely wanted to go for it. The history of jeans, if it comes to that here, jeans are made of a material called denim. So denim, as you know that here, what denim here? Denim is a name which has been derived from where here, Serge de Nimes. So the name of that here, Serge de Nimes, which the place is in the France. The city name is called Thursday Nimes. So from that name, this is coined as denim. So jeans are made of a material called denim. The name denim comes from the name of a sturdy fabric called Serge de Nimes, initially made in Nimes here, France, hence de Nimes, and it has become denim. So these many transformations have been taken place. Yesterday we discussed on this. Just I am going through this now, and after that I explain wherever necessary. If it is not there, just let us go on. Okay, wherever this necessary, definitely I'll explain you, because we discussed all this in the last class. Weavers of Nimes tried to reproduce the cotton caudery, and that was famously made in the city of Genoa in Italy, especially which was Genoa, from the Genoa, where is it in Italy, and from there, but with no luck, with trial and error, they developed another twill fabric that became known as denim. So earlier, actually, people felt that it was okay, but there was no luck for this, because sometimes some people will be clicked, some people will not be clicked. That depends on time sometimes. So even the people were working before that, that was not be fruitful. So the fruitful things only will be into the market, right? So that definitely this happened in this case also. So that's what denim already there. The name was in France, the city name called what is called Serge de Nimes. So from that it has been taken. Then that was cotton twill textile. You can see that here, right? In which the weft passes under two or more wrap threads. Wrap threads were dyed in indigo, while weft threads, right here, remained white. That gave to denim blue color on one side and white on the other side. They started working on this here, the threads which are totally knitted. So just when it is knitted, according to that here, the ratio of threads also are totally separated. Like for example, four threads they are using it here, just the three threads are in blue colored, and one thread is in white colored. So like in that ratio, the entire that actually looming was taken place. So how is, let's see. Wrap threads were dyed in indigo. Indigo is nothing other than it is a plant which was available in India itself, and from that plant actually the color blue was taken. So that some actually, you know, that there are many sources in India, resources for India. So these resources were taken to the foreign countries. That is known fact to everyone. Denim is highly durable, and that is why it was used by people that needed clothes that would last long. That is also why it was used by Louis Strauss. So Louis Strauss is here, Jacob W. Davis also. These two persons had this kind of thought, right? Louis Strauss thought about it, and Jacob W. Davis was a person who actually had given some right ideas about the material, about the jeans, pants, and all, because he was a tailor. So Jacob W. Davis was a tailor. So here, Louis Strauss was a person who was supervising over there in the mines. So then he felt that here there would be some kind of right jeans or the cloth for the people. So this idea together, so the collaboration of the tailor and the collaboration of the person who is the right entrepreneur, we can say. So then they started working on finding the jeans in 1850. Indigo dye is a color used for coloring the denim. It is that here, right? Using that here, indigo, this dye color, right? Dyeing, and so that it's only for the denim cloth in the sense here that was a brand. Today we can see here and there in the streets and in the colonies also denim jeans. Just only without naming it, something like that. Only just they put a board that here denim jeans. So that is the standard they had given for it. It is an organic dye, especially if you see that there are many synthetic dyes were there. Okay, complete chemical dyes were there, but here only organic dye. At the beginning stage, it was available. The denim, okay, was available. Indigo, especially indigo was available, so that they could take all kind of things, right, naturally. When the things roll on, okay, when it has demand, okay, so jeans were in demand at the time. So again, it's been there in demand for many centuries after also, and after this century also there'll be demand, because the cloth is being like this. So that Naturally, the natural resources will be definitely extinct. When the natural resources would be extinct, definitely people go for alternative kind of things. So alternative kind of things, we can see that here chemical colors. So if you see this, why this is famous at the time means here this organic dye with a distinctive blue color, especially that is only blue color because as I explained to regarding it, about the Maruti car. So Maruti car in the sense only red car. So the same way, every company whenever they introduce one product, definitely they will have one color. So ambassadors like okay. So Maruti indicates red color and jeans indicates only blue. So jeans means only blue. That's what it is given denim jeans. So the blue jeans here with only natural colors manufactured and used in India, especially from where it got its name since the ancient times. So from the ancient period also definitely people had this kind of right thoughts, as you know that where the people used to be there right in the ancient period in the forests and all, right, how the people covered their complete body from the right hard nature in the winter and summer. Like after that many things have come forward. Then from India, indigo is imported to Egypt also. So indigo is imported, so we are the importers of many kind of things. So sandals also, and red sandals, sandalwood, many of things actually whichever are very precious in India, the resources are like that. The nature had given to India only naturally to live ourselves without depending on any kind of chemical kind of thing. So that then indigo is imported to Egypt and Greece and Rome also. Other ancient civilizations such as China, Japan, right, Mesopotamia, Egypt, Britain, and Mesoamerica, and Peru, Iran, and Africa also used indigo for dyeing purpose. What is dyeing purpose here? Coloring. So that indigo is the plant only which was available in India itself. That's a natural color. So that here this was totally imported. Even spice also, especially if you take the spice, so it is imported from India itself. And many of the naturally Ayurvedic kind of plants also are available in India itself. Ayurvedic kind of right medicines are available in India itself. So here India has a great source, as you know, Charaka also, and Charaka Samhita. You know that what Charaka is about medicine and all. So these are all the things are available in India itself. So that this is also right. Indigo also is in India, which is in demand, especially today also at that time too. So that imported from India. So that plant name is called what is here? Indigo fera tinctoria. The plant name is called Indigo fera tinctoria. So from this plant, the people get that color. It was used on cotton because it was the easiest method of coloring. So used on clothing of cotton because it is easiest. If you take the other kind of cloths, polyester or terracotta or whatever it is difficult to dye that cloth. So that first of all they had taken only cotton. So that cotton will be very fine wearing also. So that it is very cool and comfortable. So that they started dyeing on this cotton cloths. The only problem was the color didn't last long. Indigo was a rare luxury in Europe in the Middle Ages because of high duties imposed by Persian, Levantine, and Greek middlemen. So here, of course, indigo is right popular among these countries also, European and Middle Ages, because of high duties imposed on that Persian and Levantine and other things. With discovering of a sea route to India, so that problem was solved, and indigo plants are moving to colonies. So that whenever they discovered, so they're moving to the colonies. As we discussed on this also, colonies nothing other than Britisher colonies. So Britishers rule, and so that they discovered voyage routes also. So that from this voyage they had taken this kind of resources to their countries. Organic indigo is used until the discovery of the synthetic indigo up to 19th century year. So in the 19th century, late 19th century means here beginning of 20th century. So in the beginning of up to beginning of 20th century, so this complete organic indigo is used, and discovery of the synthetic this chemical kind of it has come. It becomes a cheaper variant and replaces it. So then it is very cheaper and replaces the original organic indigo. So that organic food we can see today, organic food where it actually the people who cultivate without pesticides. So those stores are available in Hyderabad also here and there. but they are somewhat costlier. If you go for organic food, organic vegetables, that will be somewhat costlier, right? So at the same time, organic kind of colors, natural colors would be somewhat costlier, and the chemical kind of colors, synthetic colors, will be very cheaper. So that people started buying these kind of synthetic colors in the late 19th century. That was one. And blue jeans in the form we know them today didn't come about until the middle of the 19th century. So if you take middle of the 19th century, nothing other than it is 1850. So till 1850, you could not find right this kind of things. And then they started. Who are the people here? Lewis Truss. Okay, Lewis Truss, an enterprising immigrant, is an enterprising immigrant who happened to have a few bolts of blue denim cloth, only few bolts of that. Okay, on hand, recognized a need of strong work pants in the mining communities of California. Just only had some thoughts, and then only some denim kind of in his hand recognized that need of strong work of pants here. So that what actually the need made him find out only whatever it is, needle, needle actually sewing of the things. So the need found some needle to sew something very stronger clothes for the betterment of right the workers. So he first designed and marketed Lewis. As you know that here there are especially the showrooms, also the famous showrooms you can see in the elite colonies, especially if you take Banjar Hills and other places. So Lewin jeans. So Lewis jeans, the name is itself here. 1852. Now also the same jeans company is the number one company today. Lewis jeans, other than Ruggers and Newport jeans are there. Any other ordinary kind of labels also there in the market. But Lewis jeans is always a brand and quality jeans, and they have stayed essentially the same ever since. There have been only minor alterations to the original design here. So whatever they design, Lewis jeans, it is really flexible. It fits to all kind of bodies, not only for the slim, lean, or fat and obese, whatever it is. So the jeans have that kind of quality. If you take any kind of formal dresses, it's not possible to fit to everyone. So, but whenever it comes to the jeans, it is very flexible and durable. At the same time, fits to all kind of bodies, so that it is in demand from mid of the 19th century. That means in 1850. Then, and blue jeans started becoming popular among young people in the 1950s. Of course, that is after that also. 1852 in 1950, it is one century, and in this year, in the year 1957, 150 million people, and every time, every 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, it is developing. Right here, it is increasing. Right here, usage of the jeans. By the time it has come to 1981, it is manufacturing with a virtually guaranteed annual sales increases here. Some millions of people had used it. And in the United States, 200 million plants, okay, million pairs of the jeans were sold in 1967, 500 million in 1977, with a peak of 520 million in 1981. So when it reached up to 1981, the jeans manufacturing about 520 million people. So today you can see in every home, every person has one pair of jeans, definitely. So definitely it is there. So it has become mandatory, just like a toothbrush and toothpaste. Jeans also has become one of the right wardrobe arrangements. When jeans first caught on, and apologies here, respond that their low price determined their only huge success. As you know, the low price definitely will be the huge success at the beginning. So sometimes we can see at the showrooms and somewhere else, okay, 1 rupee one shirt and 2 rupees one shirt. We can see some seasons whenever they inaugurate the shop. At the same time, you can see when Geo has come, Geo was really, they had provided the SIMs very free, and 1 month free data also was given. Today they are costing more today. You see that here. At the beginning, they spent some thousands of crores of rupees giving the free SIMs. Geo company, if you take the Reliance, okay, Geo company, and they were giving that SIMs and free cost of data and everything. Today they are costing for it. So the beginning inauguration, that is a business strategy, we can say. So the that was a very cheaper rate. Moreover, the beginning days only the people who are in the right labor works, the people used to buy those kind of jeans. And then after some years, it is reached to the White House also. Even Barack Obama used to wear jeans, and Bill Clinton used to wear jeans. So this has become that top level today, from the bottom level to the top level, because whenever the business is done sincerely, really effectively, and only for the sake of the majority of the people, definitely that kind of business would be successful. During 1970s, and however, the price of the blue jeans doubled. It demand always exceeded supply. So supply is less and demand is more. So most of the people wanted to wear the jeans, even from 1 year child to the 100 years old man also would like to wear jeans, because the jeans actually reduces the age of the person about 10 years. So the person who wears jeans and t-shirt, the person looks 10 years younger than anyone of. That's what people prefer to wear the jeans. So then by the time 1970s, so that jeans price would be doubled. Means here more than 500 rupees. For example, 500 rupees jeans is there, it has become 1,000 rupees. Thousands, 2,000 rupees like. So it is increased because supply is less and demand is more. So then started giving that rights to manufacture the jeans to different companies. Not only Louis. Now today we can see Ruggers also. But patent is only Louis. But when it comes to Ruggers, Newport, and many other kind of jeans are there, right? Augsburg. So many kind of companies are coming today where manufacturing jeans. So things, whenever there is demand, automatically the one company cannot handle all kind of demands. So that the companies are giving that franchises or the any kind of collaborations to other companies, so that these companies have come today. They are giving for less price also. Sometimes manufacturers made the demand by providing stores with right here irregulars, that is slightly defective merchandise that would not normally be said. So these are also sold here. Whenever there are small differences, slight damages would be there. Whenever manufacturing is not so proper, that would be kept aside. So the quality kind of things are totally measured first of all. So whenever you give quality to the people, definitely the business would be very successful. That is there. So how this, you can see that here carding. What is the process of this one? I think you are seeing the picture here on the screen, and cording is taken place and revolving cylinder is there here, threads also moving on here, and from this it's connected to wire brushes, and from this it's coming to sliver. So this is a process. So by this process the people are making it thicker. The threads, only normal threads are processed to make that thicker ones. So by using the starch and some other kind of twisting of kind of thing, whenever you twist two threads, that becomes one thread and it looks very stronger. Your kites, actually kite threads also are totally different. How that actually thread is totally prepared, if you go and see in the old city somewhere else, the thread is totally very stronger. Even the normal thread is become kite flying threads, using some synthetic colors to that, and using some glass mixture of powder also. So making of that, actually the thread is going to become thicker. So in that process also, for making a blue jeans, first of all, the process is taken here carding. So the people are making this one as thicker one, and then this is sent to the spinning off. So the thread, actually you saw yarn is given here. If you see the same picture, the yarn is given in the below one and upper one rollers are, when it is moving on, like it is moving on that here, we can know twisting for it. So if you see this kind of looms, if you go to Sirsila and some other places where you find out those places, you go and see directly over. So if you want to go to Pochampalli, you can find out there are many power looms. Then you can experience it. Instead of listening to this class, if you see and experience it, you understand it very clearly. Doing and learning is one thing here, and going and experiencing is one thing here. When you go and experience that actually how that people are weaving the clothes, the same process, the jeans also was taken place here with the advanced technological machines over. Then you can see raw materials what they are using here. So what are the raw materials? And true blue jeans are made out of 100% cotton. That is one thing here. Remember, there may be questions on this also, right? True blue jeans are made out of 100% cotton, including the threads too. So especially they are taken from the wool and the, of course, right? That's the process. Polyester blends are available. However, the overwhelming majority of jeans sold are 100% cotton itself here. And overwhelming of majority of the people, I wanted this only 100% cotton. Even it is in winter also, it is very good cool. When it is summer also, it's very good cool, and it's very fantastic. In winter, if you wear, it's very warm, of course. If you wear the same jeans in summer also, it is very cool. So there is no any kind of side effects because of right jeans. But today some people are saying, some scientists are saying wearing jeans, some it is causing cancer because they are using synthetic colors. At the same time, the threads might be different. The beginning, the threads what they used, they were pure cotton and pure color and indigo also, that is indigenous color, and that is okay organic color. So that was very healthy. But these days, some scientists proven that here, if the people wear jeans continuously, that will be harmful for the right skin also. That may be causing that skin cancer or something like. So that might be one reason today. But the beginning, whatever they initiated, that was only for the right purpose with the right things and right ingredients. The most common dye used is synthetic indigo here, especially if you see that here, common dye is synthetic indigo today. The belt loops, right? Belt loops, what are the materials used here? The belt loops also, it's one kind of part here. Waistband is one kind of part. It is not entirely done it is assembled one. When you take a computer, assembled means there'll be many parts, ram and other things taken, right? Many of electrical electronics kind of things are purchased at some place and assemble them together, and it is one kind of okay system. So same here, these parts of the jeans also used in different materials here. The features of the blue jeans include the zipper, buttons, the rivets, and the label. Rivets have been traditionally made of copper, of course, but the zippers today they are using brass, okay, brass or some kind of silver kind of colors they are using it. But the zippers, snaps, and buttons are usually steel. Designers labels are often tags made out of the cloth, leather, or plastic also. Sometimes whenever you take the labels in the sense here brand or ruggers, and this, as you know, that brand will be there. Whenever they are using that labels, that would be it may be the metal will be the cloth, sometimes it may be the leather or a plastic also, while others are embroidered. Some cloths are totally embroidered. If you take some thick cloth and embroidered on it the brand of it, so that might be also one kind of process on with the cotton thread also. Then preparing the cotton yarn. If you take the cotton yarn, how this is prepared, you can see here carding and spinning. Already I had shown you the right picture over there, carding and spinning kind of things. The preparation will be like this here. And true blue jeans are made out of 100% cotton, including the threads here, and polyester. Blends are available too. However, the overwhelming majority of jeans sold at a percent of so and so, and belts and loops. Okay, this again has come. Other machines join here several slivers together, thick ones. You can see in the carding, you can find out here slivers are there, thick kind of thickening the things. Okay, and together, and these slivers are then pulled and twisted. The slivers are taken right here, one layer of it, and then pulled and twisted it, so which serves to make the thread stronger. This slivers, so from that mission, so you can see from this thread it is becoming slivers, and slivers are twisted over that here. When it is becoming very stronger, the stronger threads are used for weaving the right jeans. Next, these ropes are put on spinning. You can see that spinning also, that I have shown you this one spinning also here, how this spinning is taken place. Then the stronger kind of these threads are taken into spinning also. Then next, these ropes are put on spinning machines that further twist and stretch the fibers to form yarn. Then it is going to become yarn. This is a eyeing. You can see that after yarning, after making it yarn, then the process of dyeing is taken place. So yarn roll is given, and inside it is right inserted, where it is entering into the right other machine, and there'd be one box called color filling box. So the color is filled, the box is filled with the color that's applying to that complete threads. So the threads are dyed first, not the cloth. So if cloth is dyed first, there is a chance of right fading or shedding the cloth, shedding the color. But whereas the threads are colored first, there is no chance of shedding the cloth. That's why sometimes we feel when we buy a shirt or anything, in second wash or third wash, we see that shedding of color. So that means here the cloth was colored. When threads are colored, there is no chance of shading of color. That's what even blue jeans today, even after many washes, it becomes just like okay light whitish color of blue. but it is not shading of color. So that is durability and the quality of the jeans over. And then you can see after that weaving also there. After this dyeing, it has weaving machine has been seen here. Then dyeing the yarn. How this actually yarn is dyed. Some clothes are woven and it's about and then dyed, but denim is usually dyed with chemically synthesized indigo before being woven. Large balls of yarn called ball wraps are dipped in the indigo mixture several times so that the dye covers the yarn in layers here into layers the yarn into layers, and that is dye covered in. So I have shown this the earlier picture. So this is the process of dyeing here. So then that is the process of this one. Large balls of yarn and so and so. The dyed yarn is then slashed. That is, it is coated with sizing, of course, sizing and variety of things to make the threads stronger and stiffer. So the threads are going to become stronger and stiffer with a substance like called starch. The starch is used for making the cloth very stiff. So but here what happened, the threads itself made thicker using this kind of process, using the starch and all. Once this operation is complete, the yarn threads are ready to woven with the undyed filling yarn threads here. Once the operation of this complete, okay, then they are going to that here, undying and dyeing. Dyeing threads and undying threads. Colored threads and uncolored threads. Uncolored threads means, what does it mean here? So white threads and already colored threads, whatever they, so that they are using there. So blue and white colored threads are mixed together, they knitted one after the other, just like how you knot your complete hair, like, okay, so that they are going to knit into that, so that's going to become. Then weaving yarn. So the yarn is then woven on large mechanical looms here. Denim is not 100% blue, as the blue dyed threads forming the wap here. Right, then long vertical threads are combined with the white threads forming the weft shorter horizontal. So moving on, like the denim cloth is cut into pattern pieces from stacks, 100 layers. Thick, high-speed cutting machines are used for the process. One the and if you see that here, after that here, cutting also a process here. In that cutting process, they are using 100 layers at once. If you take a single cloth, if you go to the tailor, you'll find out only with the scissors they are cutting one layer of the cloth. But when it comes to that 100 layers, they are cutting at once at a time, and high speed cutting machines are used for this process here. When the pieces are cut, they are sewn into completed pace of blue jeans. Sewing is done in assembly line fashion using human operated sewing machines. Anyhow, human operated sewing machines are there, so people would go for it, and every person is given a duty. So what is here, distribution of work. So distribution of work is given, so that your pair of pants, okay, pair of clothes, of course, leggings are totally to some other person, or waistbands are to some other person, or belt loops are to some other person, and buttons are to some other person. At same time, zipping and the kind of that is some other person, back pockets and front pockets to some other person, and labeling to some other person, so that one person is not doing the entire things. Okay, it is totally work distribution is given, and so that that has become very easier. Every person is an expert in particular one. That was so that yeah, that perfect kind of fitting will come to the market, into the market, because denim is woven with the blue threads packed closer together than the white threads, and with the blue threads covering 3 out of 4 white threads here. 3 out of 4, 3 blue threads and one only white thread, so that the combination of this goes on like, and the blue threads dominate here. So whenever the blue thread is dominating, that is going to become blue. So as you found that here, white and red, for example, red and white is mixed with, only we can find out pink. So like here, blue and some other thing is mixed, and it becomes what, dark colored, black. So like every time whenever you are mixing with some other color, it's going to become some other color. So that here, white threads and blue threads are mixed together, and they started manufacturing the thing, so that that has come to other color over. So by examining a piece of denim closely, one can detect the steep diagonal pattern that results from this process, which is known as 3 by 1 right hand. twill weaves. Okay, twill weaving, 3 by 1, right, and twill weaves. So this only, that's why I told you that here. How this weavers are weaving that, this will be like this here. Whenever they move on like here, one thread to other thread and move on like this. Sometimes they move on like this. So again they move on like this. Whenever they are moving, again they come to that. So what does mean here? Weaving is an art. It will not be for everyone. So driving can be by everyone, but weaving cannot be by everyone. That is an art. So you can see that here. Step diagonal and pattern that results from the process, which is known as 3 by 1, and the right hand will weave again. And one more thing, this will be kind, this is called sancha indeed. Whenever you go on finding out in the viewers places, you'll find out the sancha moving on like so. One thread comes again from upper stage, one thread comes, and from lower one thread, upper one and lower one, upper one, lower one. This called weaving. So this kind of right things were taken place. How this actually you can see, and making the blue jeans here, they're cutting into pieces, right, 100 layers at once itself. This cutting machine you can find over there. The sizes were given, more than 80 sizes were given to the people. According to those sizes, they are going to make the jeans over, because every person, every personality really gets into fit into the jeans, definitely. So that here every aged person also gets into that. So that yeah, more than 80 sizes were given to those workers, and workers are working on that. Whenever it comes to only minor alterations would be there, especially if it comes to length point of view. Only length point of view, the alteration will be there, and otherwise the jeans is fit for everyone. If you take the formal dresses, go out to the tailor and give the measurements of yours, and you can get it stitched. And after after wearing it, sometimes you feel it is not stitched properly. But when it comes to this jeans manufacturing kind of things, it is really amazing, we can say, and it will be fit to everyone. All right, just only is somewhat altered, remaining all okay. Then once the desired design, you can see that once the desired design is selected, patterns from the design are cut from heavy paper of cardboard up to 80 different sizes are possible from one pattern. From one pattern, they're finding out 80 different styles, different kind of sizes. Okay. And then the piece of denim are then cut with high speed cutting machines from stacks 100 layers thick, and excluding rivets, buttons, and zippers. A pair of blue jeans contains about 10 different pieces, from the pockets to the leg panels to the waistband and belt loops. So these are all right material what they are using. We understand. The pieces of denim are ready to be sewn at this point. Sewing is done in an assembly line fashion. I already explained you regarding it. Just to go through it again. With rows of industrial human-operated sewing machines, each sewer is assigned a specific function, such as making only back pockets. Specific functions, you know, the specialized. For example, you can see if you go to the old city and some other places, there'll be only specialists in making of blazers, specialists of making of blazers. They don't go for the formal dresses and all. They don't stitch or sew the formal dresses. They go for only the right blazers itself. So there is one specialist like. So everybody is a specialist of making jeans. It's only part of jeans, not entire jeans. First, the various pockets and belt loops are assembled. First, what is here? Various parts and belt loops are assembled. Okay, right? Then next one, sewer attaches the pockets. From that, then again it comes to the pocket and leg seams. Another then sews the leg seams together, and still another attaches the waistband. So this is a process of that here. Once the waistband is secure, the belt loops may be stitched on and the buttons attached. If the jeans include a zipper, it is then sewn into place and the pants are hemmed. Finally, the rivets are placed in the appropriate places and the maker's label is sewn on last. So after this complete process of making, so what is the making of jeans? The question may be asked. This is the process here. The first they go first year of something like, okay, attaching the legs same side another, then sews the things, and then again securing a belt loops, and then again the legs, then it goes to the right buttons and zippers, and then again it's the rivets. So the last rivets and then last labels. So this is the process. So if you want to understand, take your jeans at home. Your jeans might be there with you. Then taking this slide, you can find out, okay, which is first, which is last. So with that, your jeans also you understand what is the right process of making jeans. The completed pair of blue jeans is then pressed. So when it is totally completed, then what happened? That is pressed. Pressed in the sense here, ironed. So that at last that is ironed within right a minute. So that much faster, because you can see when you go to the milk booths also industries, okay, dairy farms, dairy industries, you can find out that actually how this filling of milk would be. Just only moves on, like, okay, one tray would be there, just one machine fills the milk and the other machine automatically pastes it and it goes out. Like the same way the process is totally done very faster. Then they are placed into a large pressed machine that steam irons the entire garment at once in about a minute. Within 1 minute, that is iron. If you want to go for pressing your dress, what happens? It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes of time. But in the process of making of jeans, it takes only 1 minute to press. In the machine itself, it moves on like here. It is pressed. That is the last stage. And then the foremost last stage here, that is packing and delivering to the market. A size tag is punched into the material, and the jeans are folded, stacked, and placed in boxes according to style, color, and size before being sent to the warehouse for storage. When it is went to the storage godowns and somewhere, so that, and from godowns it is those are sent to the different countries, different places, different showrooms. Based on that, okay, colors and sizes, and that is right, that labels also pasted over the boxes, and by that the people could find which colored jeans these are and what sizes they are. So then it is easy to find out, and again arranging in the showrooms are very easier for them. When the jeans are selected to be sent to a store, they are put in large shipping cartons, right? Cartons, and sent on freight train on or trucks here. They can send through the trains or trucks, whatever are there today. So that they are called cargo kind of ships. Okay, cargo ships also there. Even the trains also, if it is within the nation, they can use the trains, goods trains also would be found, and otherwise through the lorries within the state itself or within the nation also, through the transportation lorry transports also, they are going for logistics and all. So whatever it is, actually the idea, one idea actually made and created great opportunities all over the world, because today only based on genes itself here some lakhs of employees are working on it. So one thought of the person in 1850 created some lakhs of employees. So that is the reason technological students should not be calm always. Just like our BSc become students, like technological students have to invent something. Your thought must be always inventing something, or startups in further, because already the state governments and other governments also coming forward to give their subsidies and everything. If you show your talent and your mind, say your, I mean to say, technological inventions, they come forward to provide funding. Definitely funding will be very easier these days. KTR and other people also really encouraging the youngsters to come up with the startups. That's what technological students should not feel that here, okay, my part is over, my work is done. My work is done in the sense only doing your BTech, but you are working here for 4 years and spending lakhs of rupees of the government and other things. So then your thoughts should create the employment. So when your thoughts create the employment, you are a real engineer. Real engineer has to create and develop the things. That's what this kind of lessons are there for you as an inspiration. So definitely you will take it positive and move on further here. And what is quality controlling? Quality controlling also very important for us. So that we can't believe the employees and the workers who are working over there. Sometimes they can damage or they can not have concentration, so that there'll be some damages over the fabric also. So for that, at the last quality controlling also taken place. So what quality controlling does here? What kind of thread they used? Whether they used any kind of duplicate? Even we give as an owner, otherwise as an entrepreneur, you can guide and you can suggest and inspire many things. But you can't go to each and every labor and find out what they are doing. That's what at last they are finding out quality controlling also. If they find at last any damaging kind of goods or any 5 to 10 places, any right damages are there, they are taking aside. Otherwise, they are going for selling in bulks also. We could see sometimes at YMCA, Hyderabad, Naranaguda, the branded clothes are sold out. Recently, it happened in the Hindu. It was given in Inward also. It was given that here branded clothes are for less price. What does it mean here? There'll be unfound damages would be there. Even keenly when you observe right inch by inch, you can find out the damage over there. But when you see at a stretch, you can't find out damage in that clothes. But the branded kind of companies don't entertain it because that is going to damage their complete reputation. So that what they are doing in this quality control, they are keeping aside these kind of damage kind of things or any low quality kind of things, and they are sending others here. They are making them clearance sale like. So like clearance sale is there. So that is quality control. We can see here. Cotton is a desirable natural fiber for several reasons. Cloth made from cotton is wear resistant, strong, flexible, and impermeable at the same time. But jeans are only as good as the cotton that goes into them. However, and several tests exist for cotton fiber. Several tests also taken for it. All bales of cotton are inspected by the denim manufacturer for the desired color, fiber length, and strength. Strength is the most important factor in blue jeans. It is measured by using a weight to pull it. When the fiber breaks, the force used to break it is measured. The cotton strength index, weight divided by weight of sample, is then calculated. Its weight and everything. So the weight is also calculated because if it's heavy weight, people can't go for it. Sometimes you can see even it looks very heavy, but when you wear it, you feel very comfortable and very light weighted. So everything is also tested over there. The finished denim cloth is carefully inspected for defects. Each defect is rated on a government defined scale ranging from 1 point to very small flaws to 4 points for major defects. If you find out any major defects also, that is kept aside according to the government regulations. Allow cloth with a high defect rating to be sold. In reality, customers will not accept denim with more than 7 to 10 defect points per square meters are there. So if there is more than that, so that is kept aside. As I told you that here YMCA somewhere else they keep as a wholesale kind of right selling. So then they sell it. Poor cloth is sold. Poor cloth is sold as damaged. Denim is also tested for durability and its tendency to shrink. Samples of cloth are washed and dried several times to see how they wear. So that sample of clothes also were taken, washed and dried several times. How it would be? That is a quality controlling. So otherwise, if it is sent directly, so after 2 3 washes, if it anything happens, total entire company has to close. That's what the reason. So the companies are maintaining those kind of things here. Blue jeans are also inspected after they are completed. If a problem can be corrected, the jeans are sent back for resewing again. If any, at the same time, the final stage of controlling there, if anything found, immediately they resend to the people and they, again it is retested and again sewed again. Then the pair is then inspected again and passed. The buttons are inspected to ensure that they and the buttonholes are of the proper size. The snaps, metal buttons, and rivets are checked for durability and their ability to withstand rust. The zippers must be stronger enough to withstand the greater pressures of heavy cloth, and their teeth durability must be checked as well. This is done by subjecting a sample zipper to a lifetime of openings and closings also. So this is a process of testing their complete clothing. At the same time, they're working on this for the better and the best quality of the clothes for the right the customers, because customer is god to the right business people, the employees anywhere. So that happens anyhow. That's what whenever you feel you have to give the best. Always you feel whatever the field it is, if you feel that you want to give the best, definitely you are going to give the best. But when you think that whatever it is, okay, let it go, it goes on like here. That will be weaker kind of things. So weaker kind of things will not have any kind of quality. That's what always you be qualitative and think qualitative. And if you become entrepreneur also, if you become businessman also, think that that will be fine for you. So that always money minting is also one kind, but how you are minting that money also very important. So that money matters, but also quality matters. So whether it is a job, whether it is a profession, whether it is a business, whether it is a manufacturing, whether it is any kind of work you are going to do for the right, the third party or the second party or the third party, definitely first of all you have to get satisfied with it, and further you will be right giving that best delivery to the anyone. So this is about the lesson part of the third unit, blue jeans. And if you have any queries, you can ask me. You have any queries, any questions from your side? Any questions from your side?
No.
Of course, it is very easy to understand. If you want to understand really what is the process of weaving and all, and go and visit once any power loom stations anywhere you find. So power loom stations are there here and there somewhere. Of course, in Hyderabad itself, if you are in Hyderabad itself, go to Pochampalli, right, which has world's acclamation. UNESCO has given the recognition for the Pochampalli village, the best tourism village of the nation. That so you experience everything, not only cinema theaters and other things, and sometimes you have to go to the industries also. Direct exposure is very important, and go to TCS and find out how the employees are working when it is in run. Okay, of course, people are working from home. When it is in run, you can go to the different companies and find out, because a hands-on approach is very important. So hands-off approach, what is the hands-off approach? Just only you read and listen to the teacher's class and all. Hands-on approach, you go and experience it. So when you go for the things, definitely you experience it and you learn it. When you experience it, you learn perfectly. When you listen to it, just sometimes there is a chance of forgetting the things. So not only about this lesson, what I am telling you, you find out anything, first you experience it and you learn it. So you can tell to somebody else, it is not right, it is not good, or it is good, or it's not bad. So something like, so that is the only way of learning the things, way of processing of genes here, according to the lesson. So any questions from anyone? No questions. Okay. Madam Nishala, how are you? Madam Nishala, Aditya, Aditya, are you there, Aditya?